mentor helped me remember a really good point. So, one of the negatives of not helping out others in the world or in your system or in your society, the negative backlash is when they help themselves up and they get up, the negativity that they felt towards all of the people that abandoned them, being the good part of society and the people that they had been with, they then transfer all of that negativity to the last people that they identified with. Now you've changed yourself, you've got back to society, and now everybody that was there with that old you, they're the bad people because you've still all of this negativity that was harnessed. Because, yes, you made the change the society wanted you to make, but because it wasn't made the proper way, because society abandoned you and forced you to do it completely by yourself, you still harbor negativity because we're social creatures and there is some sort of expectation within the human heart that we as humans can be decent to each other. And so when that fails, when humanity fails to be decent to you, especially at your time of need, the worst parts and times of your life, especially when you're homeless, drug addict, these type of things, you're willfully enduring the worst parts of life, yes, but at the same time, because people's help usually comes in control. They're not understanding you where you're at. They're not meeting you from where you're at. They're not trying. It comes from a disconnected place. So that help isn't just genuine decency. Sometimes genuine decency is, look, man, I love you to death and I want to see the healed you, but you can't be the healed you while you're on drugs. Sometimes being the decent person to somebody is explaining you're the only person that's in control of these things. Nobody can stop this horrible of things that are happening to you till you make those first steps. Sometimes being a decent person is not going, here, let me give you all of these things that essentially allow you to continue to do the inappropriate things that you're doing so that I feel like I'm helping, even though I'm not really helping. I'm more of, what is that word? Not collaborating. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the point I'm trying to say here is that when you help pick up another human being at their lowest, then they get back up on their feet and then they spread that. When you force people to do it all on their own, yes, they get to the place that you want them to do it, but they get it harboring negativity in their heart because they had to endure those battles, those uphill challenges completely alone while there were other people that could have helped. And again, it's a very hard thing when you come from a situation of knowing, trying to help people in all of the ways that you know how to help, but because you don't understand exactly where they're coming from, your help isn't, and it gets frustrating trying to help people it's not connecting. You're doing everything that you possibly can to help them and they're not receiving it, they're not understanding, and it feels like an uphill battle. And then when they finally do get to the place of hitting rock bottom and finally doing that battle, then we're not there to help them. So it's the whole time they're sitting at the ground, we're handing them stuff and letting them stay in the bottom of these holes of negativity and allowing it to be just comfortable enough for them to stay. But at the same time, the moment they're like, okay, this isn't comfortable anymore, I need to get out, we've abandoned them because of all of that energy that we put in feeding into them being comfortable in the situation. So yeah, hope that helps.